Hi, I'm James Phillips, and today I want to introduce you to hopefully what becomes a new series that I call Adapt and Overcome Friday. Um, I was born with the gift of cerebral palsy, and my whole life I have always been taught by everyone around me that anything and everything is possible, and if you truly believe it in your heart and in your soul, then there's no way that you can't succeed in whatever it is, regardless of whatever society has to say about it. Now, the older I got, the more I realized how uncommon this was amongst society. I got to the point where I was 6 or 7 years old and was talking to my therapist one day about this, and this, and why this kid that was in a class that had a similar situation like me didn't act a certain way, or didn't seem to be as mobile and as enthusiastic on life. And he explained to me then that not everybody is as open to certain situations, and I really believe that's because parents and other people buy in to what society tells them, whether it be a doctor or whatever it may be. Eventually, if they tell them, your child's only going to be able to do this, and this, and not this, and they grow to believe that, and they, in turn, teach their child that, which, in my opinion, I believe is wrong, because a doctor is only human. A doctor is not God. I was told as I got older by my parents that the doctors gave me 24 hours to live. Well, today I'm sitting here talking to you at the age of 30, healthier now than I've probably ever been. But anyway, the point of this series is this. Adapt and Overcome Fridays. We're going to, once a week, I'm going to film something from my house or the box where I do CrossFit at, or I'll introduce you to people such as my therapist that I talk about, or a doctor, or just anyone in general that I think will help. The only limitations that anyone has, regardless of what society says and regardless of what other people believe, in my opinion, no offense to them, the only limits you have are the ones you put up on yourself. And as I got older and started wanting to research different things, like I've been in CrossFit now for 8 months, and this is a perfect example of, and when I first had the germ in my head of, hey, I want to try this because everybody says it's the hardest workout you can do, and well, it can't be that bad, so I want to try this. I started doing research on the internet, trying to find some videos or anything I could find on ways to adapt it in my own mind, and so did, to their credit, everybody at Kings River CrossFit, where I now call my CrossFit family and my CrossFit home gym, or box for proper terms. But the point is there was very little there for that, and every time I really look into other things, there seems to be very little there too. And the whole point of this is this is just stuff that I'd come up with the help of some of these people that I mentioned earlier, physical therapist, you know, people at the box, my coaches, just anybody that been willing to help me over the years. I'd sit down and say, hey, I really want to try this, but I don't know how to go about it. Do you have any ideas? And we came up with a way to adapt to it, and we overcame it, and we made it happen. But for anybody out there that's in a wheelchair or has any kind of physical limitation, whether you're in better shape than I am, or you're in a wheelchair, or whatever the case may be, or if you're a quote-unquote what society calls a normal individual who has begun to encounter someone who's challenged in some way, that you want to help in some way, that like my coaches, for instance, at the box, or maybe you're a teacher, or maybe you know, you're just not trained in that field, but you want to help somebody. Hopefully what I bring to you over this series will at least give you some ideas. Will it be right from a medical standpoint? Will it be right from a terminology standpoint? Probably not. But hey, it works for me, and it might work for some other people as well. That's my whole purpose and whole point behind this, because I believe with all my heart and soul that cerebral palsy, or at least in my case, was a gift from God. And God doesn't say oops. So for me not to use my gift to benefit others is kind of a waste of a gift. So I hope this helps. And if any of you guys out there seeing this, and that will see this next video that we're going to post, that we're about to film, which will be the first one in the series, anybody that sees anything that they sees or thinks of or whatever, that they want to see me either show them how I do it, or maybe even come up with a way to adapt for myself to help others. I don't care if it's something as simple as how I cook, or I don't know, how I cook, how I anything for that matter. I don't care what it is, as long as it helps somebody. I'll do it, and I'll take the time to explain how I do it, and I hope that I can help someone in the process. If this helps one person that sees these videos, if they say, you know, that guy's in better shape than I am, or I'm in better shape than he is, but he's got a point, and life is meant to live, and live to the fullest, and if he can do it, I can do it too. That's the whole purpose of this, and I hope you all enjoy these videos. Sorry this is so long. This is really the first installment ever, and we'll try to shorten some of the videos down in the future and try to come up with better explanations and smoother explanations, but we're just doing this off the cuff for today, and going to enjoy it, and going to have a good time doing it, and hopefully somebody sees what we're going to bring to them today and enjoys it, and it helps them out. And if you like what you see, hit subscribe. If you got questions, comments, feel free to leave them there in the comments section. If nothing else resonates with you throughout this whole entire series, please remember this: every day is a gift from God, and what we do with it, well, quite simply, that's our gift back to Him. God bless.